What if I told you that the most famous structure on Earth is not just a tomb, but a message? A message carved in stone designed to outlive civilizations, and maybe even time itself. The Great Pyramid of Giza. For over 4,500 years, it has stood in silence, with no explanation, no blueprint, and no clear record of how it was truly built. And yet, it is more precise than most modern structures. So the real question is not how did they build it? The real question is, what were they trying to prove? Let's start with what we think we know. It was built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, around 2560 BCE. A tomb, they say, a final resting place for a king. But here is where things start to break. Because if this was just a tomb, why build something so impossibly complex? Over 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing between 2 to 80 tons, stacked with such precision that even today you cannot fit a blade between them. No cement, no modern tools, just perfection. Now think about this. Even with today's cranes, machines, and technology, rebuilding something like this would still be a massive challenge. So how did a civilization thousands of years ago do it? The mainstream explanation says ramps. Thousands of workers dragging stones up massive ramps. Sounds reasonable until you do the math. The ramp required would be longer than the pyramid itself, and there is no physical evidence of such a structure ever existing. So either we are missing something, or we have been looking at this the wrong way. Here is where it gets deeper. The pyramid is not just a structure. It is a mathematical masterpiece. Its proportions align with the value of pi. Its alignment matches true north with incredible accuracy. And its position on Earth sits close to the center of the planet's landmass. Ask yourself, was this coincidence, or was this knowledge? Now let's talk about the workers. Most people believe slaves built the pyramid, but archaeological evidence tells a different story. Workers were skilled, organized into teams, given food, housing, and even medical care. This was not forced labor. This was a national project, a mission, something bigger than survival. Something that required belief, but belief in what? Immortality, power, or something even more abstract, legacy. Because here's the truth. Most people don't realize. The pyramid was not just built for the dead. It was built for the living, to send a message across generations. A message that says we were here, and we understood something. You still don't. Now let's talk about one of the biggest mysteries: transportation. Some of the stones used in the pyramid came from over 800 kilometers away. How do you move 80-ton blocks across deserts without wheels, without steel, and without engines? There are theories: water transport, log rollers, manpower. But none of them fully explain the scale and precision. It is like trying to solve a puzzle with half the pieces missing. And then there is the internal structure. Hidden chambers, narrow passageways, perfect angles. Some shafts align with specific stars, almost like it was designed with the sky in mind, not just the earth. Now pause for a moment, because this is where everything shifts. What if the pyramid was not just a tomb, but a machine? Not in the modern sense, but a symbolic one. A structure designed to connect earth, sky, and human belief. Because every great civilization leaves behind something, but very few leave behind something that cannot be fully explained. And that is what makes the Great Pyramid different. It does not just show intelligence, it shows intention. Now let's talk about the cost. Not just money, but human cost. Thousands of workers, years of labor, and logistical complexity beyond imagination. Food, water, organization, leadership. This was not just construction. This was control. The ability to mobilize an entire population for a single vision. And that tells us something very important. The pyramid is not just a monument. It is proof of power. Not just physical power, but psychological power. The ability to make people believe in something so strongly that they dedicate their lives to building it. And today, what is the pyramid now? A tourist attraction, a mystery, a symbol. Yes, but more than that, it is a reminder that human beings are capable of creating things that even time cannot erase. But maybe the most unsettling question is this: if they could build something like this, what else did they know? And what have we forgotten? Because history does not just lose information, it erases it slowly and silently, until all that is left is stone. And the Great Pyramid of Giza is not just stone. It is a question, standing in the desert, waiting for someone to finally understand it.